2 months ago, a 67-year-old patient of mine, routine checkup. Heart was great, blood pressure was perfect, blood work flawless. I was about to send her off with compliments. Congratulations! But one thing caught my eye. Her legs looked weak. So I asked her, do something simple. Cross your arms and stand up from your chair for me. She tried. She couldn't. She had to lean her body forward, push off her armrest, and when she saw the look on my face, she quickly told me, but doctor, I walk every single day. That's when it hit me. She was a victim of 7 silent thieves that blood tests don't catch. And worst of all of them are inside your house right now. Tonight at 7:30 p.m., when you drop your keys on the counter, take off your shoes and crash onto the couch, one of them will strike quietly. No alarms. It doesn't take cash. It doesn't take jewelry. It's still something you will only miss 10, 20 years from now. Your ability to stand up on your own, to climb stairs, to control your own life without depending on anyone. Want to know what they are and if you are being robbed too? In the next few minutes, I'll show you every single one from the least to the most dangerous. And number 1, I'm pretty sure you are using it at this exact moment. And I'll go even further. I'm a cardiologist. I work out almost every day, and one of these thieves robbed me for years without me noticing. At the end, I'll tell you which one it was and what I did to lock it down. Because if it happened to me, it's happening to you too. If you want to reach 80, calling the shots in your own life, hit the like button, subscribe to Dr. Dre Health Tips, and tell me in the comments, what do you do today that you want to keep doing alone at 90? And what city are you watching me from? Write it below. Let's go. I don't know if you know this, but Okinawa, Japan, there is one of the highest concentrations of centenarians on the planet. People in their 90s and 100s, gardening, walking to the grocery store, cooking their own food. When researchers went to study them, they expected to find gyms, crazy diets, supplements. They found none of them. They found ordinary homes, organized into a way that trained the body and protected the mind without anyone even noticing. Our modern homes do the exact opposite. They were designed with the best intentions to eliminate all effort from your life. And that's exactly where the 7 thieves hide. What are they? Remember, I'm saving the most dangerous one for last. Thief number 7, the giant water jug. Yeah, that massive water jug right on your desk. Doc, the water jug isn't drinking water good. It's great. The water is innocent. The thief is what that giant jug does. It eliminates your need to stand up. Think about your routine. You get out of bed, sit for breakfast, sit in the car, sit at work, sit on the way back, crash on the couch. A journey from chair to chair. The most independent seniors in the world, like the ones in Okinawa, barely do exercise as we know it. But, and this is the key, they almost never stay still. Constant movement all day long. Every convenience you put within arm's reach. The giant jug, the remote control, the food delivery app, still 10, 20, 30 stands up a day. By the end of the year, thousands of invisible squats have vanished from your life. Nobody loses their independence all at once. It goes away like this, in invisible installments, one stolen stand-up at a time. The antidote. Give your body small reasons to move. Water, use a small glass. Go to the cooler. Finish a call, stand up. Podcast or audiobook, walk while listening. Tomorrow, don't count steps, count stand-ups. And just like my patient said, but I walk 30 minutes a day. Hold that thought, because that is exactly the trap on thief number 1, and it's the one I fell into. We got there. But isn't no use to standing up more if the next thief is serving your plate when you sit down to eat. Thief number 6, the serving platter in the middle of the table. In Okinawa, there is an ancient saying, hara hachibu. Stop eating when you are 80% full. In our homes, the platter rules. It sits right in the center of the table, within arm's reach, and you go for seconds, not because you are hungry, but because the food is right there. Your brain takes about 20 minutes to register that your stomach is full. Fast eaters overshoot the mark before the warning even arrives. How to beat this tip? Plate your food at the stove and keep the serving dishes far away from the table. Eat slowly. Wait 10 minutes before grabbing seconds. It's not a diet. It's not willpower. It's just taking the thief out of arm's reach. See, the healthiest people in the world don't have more discipline than you. They design the environment so the healthy choice is the easiest choice. And since we are in the kitchen, open your pantry, because thief number 5 is hiding behind bright, colorful packages. Thief number 5, the pantry packages. Do a quick test right now. You can stop the video. Open your pantry and count how many items come in a package and how many are fresh. If you found 20 boxes and 3 veggies, thief number 5 has taken over your kitchen. Why is this a thief? Because it doesn't just steal your health, it steals your ability to choose. You don't eat ultra-processed food because you want to. You eat it because it's right there in the cupboard, 3 steps away, ready in 2 minutes in a microwave. Compare 2 plates. Plate A, white rice, French fries, soda, processed meat. Look at the color, it's all beige, kind of lifeless. Plate B, the Okinawa plate. Greens, vegetables, sweet potatoes, fish, tea, bursting with natural colors. And the secret isn't eating Japanese food like sushi or sashimi. It's eating real food, beans, tomatoes, carrots, broccoli, leafy greens, fruits. How to banish these teeth? 3 natural colors on every plate. 1 less ultra-processed food per week. And the ultimate golden rule: don't live inside the convenience store. Keep the thief far away. If it doesn't live in your house, you only eat it when your laziness to go out is bigger than your craving. The first 3 thieves steal by day. The next one works at night, right next to your head, while you try to sleep. Thief number 4, the phone on the nightstand. It's 12 inches from your pillow. You eat dinner, look at it, reply to messages, watch just 1 more video, then turn off the lights and expect your brain to instantly shut down. But the brain isn't a light switch. The brain is an airplane. And airplanes don't just land out of nowhere. They slow down, lose altitude, and only then touch the runway. Something I read recently and I've been applying to my nights. If an activity wouldn't make you want to wake up at 5 a.m. on a freezing day, stop doing it at night. Now, would scrolling through Instagram make me want to wake up at 5 a.m.? No way. So it shouldn't disrupt my sleep. I need to wind down at the right time. In Japan, the tradition of a hot bath at the end of the day does exactly that. It sends a message. We are done. Time to descend. The phone in your hand at midnight does the opposite. It keeps your plane at 30,000 feet until the exact second you close your eyes. How to catch this thief? Create a 30 minutes runway. Lower the lights. Charge your phone far away from the bed. Keep the room dark and quiet. And follow the same routine. The brain loves predictability. The more predictable the night, the better the morning. Now we are entering the top 3, and thief number 3 robs you while pretending to connect you. Thief number 3, overloaded group chats. 300 contacts, 40 group chats, good morning memes with flowers. And yet loneliness, because real loneliness isn't living alone. It's feeling like nobody would notice it if you disappeared. And science had already shown the damage isolation does to your body and your heart. In Okinawa, there's a centuries-old tradition called moai. Small groups of lifelong friends who support each other and notice instantly when someone goes missing. Think of 5 chairs. I'm not talking about followers or 5,000 friends on my Facebook. No, I'm talking about 5 real people. If you disappeared for a week, who would call? Who would knock on your door? If you can't fill those 5 chairs, thief number 3 is mugging you daily. How to lock them up? Text a loved one you haven't spoke to in a while. Don't send a meme. Right? How are you doing, really? Wait, and tell me in the comments the first names of your 5 ride or die people. Just the names. The penultimate thief doesn't steal an object. It steals the reason you use everything else. Thief number 2, the alarm clock with no purpose. The alarm goes off. And for what exactly? The Japanese have a word for what you answer that question. Ikigai. A real reason to get out of bed. Doesn't have to be changing the world. It can be your garden, picking up your grandkid for school, a trip, volunteering. A German study showed this in thousands of adults over 50. A clear purpose means a significantly lower risk of dying during the study period. And look at the mechanics. People with a purpose move more, eat better, take their meds properly because someone or something is waiting for them tomorrow. So answer this for yourself. Why does the future need you? Who still needs your presence? Purpose doesn't fall from the sky. It's built. And when it exists, all the other thieves lose their power. And now, number 1, the most dangerous because it's the most present. I warned you that you were using it right now. Look down. Thief number 1, the chair. That's it. The chair, the couch, the seat holding you down at this exact moment. Doc, a chair, yes. And that's why it's number 1. Nobody suspects it. It's comfortable, it's useful, it's in every room, but the human body runs on a simple rule, ruthless. Use it or lose it. What you use, it keeps. What you stop using, it starts to take away. In traditional Japanese homes, where did people sit? On the floor. An elderly woman sitting down for tea squats, controls her descents, balances, and stands back up dozens of times a day without ever calling it exercise. Our modern homes did us the favor of wiping all of that out. High couches, high beds, high chairs. Your legs went into retirement without telling you. And now, the test I promised, do it with me right now. The chair test. Sit on a firm chair, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up without using your hands, without leaning on anything. If you have severe pain, dizziness, balance issues, or fell recently, do not do this alone. Did you make it? Do 4 more. 5 total. If you stood up all 5 times easily, your legs are beating the thief. If you needed your hands, momentum, or had to rock your body, your legs just showed you the receipt of the robbery. The golden rule. Every time you get up from a chair, stand up once without using your arms. That's it. 10, 15 hidden squats a day built right into your routine. The thief changes clothes. It turns into a workout. And now, I'm going to prove to you that the golden rule is more powerful than it looks. In 2025, a very interesting discovery was published in the scientific journal PNAS. Scientists discovered a sort of rewind button inside your muscles, a gene called DEF1. When you sit still on a chair, it stays switched on, and your muscle accumulates waste, ages, and weakens. But when you move, even the simple motion of standing up from a chair, proteins called FOXO kick into gear and clean everything up. The muscle rebuilds itself. It rejuvenates. Researchers call it the muscle rewind button. Every time you stand up from a chair without using your arms, you are pressing rewind. Thief number one wanted to make sure you never found out. And it is entirely under your control. What the number one thief stole from me. I'm active. I train almost every day. Weights, cardio. One day I stopped to analyze my routine and realized I was spending 3 to 4 hours straight without standing up, reading articles in the clinic, only getting up to examine patients, editing videos, and I justified it to myself. Hey, I already worked out this morning. But that gene I told you about, that F1, isn't switched off by an hour at the gym. It's switched off by frequent movement. Standing up, sitting down, walking dozens of times throughout the day. Every time I stayed completely still for 3 hours, the button switched off. 1 hour of training doesn't erase 23 hours of immobility. It's like brushing your teeth for half an hour straight on Sunday, flawlessly, and then going the whole week without brushing. I was a sedentary person who works out with my rewind button turned off 90% of the time. And notice, if I was like that, training every day, reading every new study, imagine how many millions of people are exactly the same right now without knowing it. And the patient who told me, but doctor, I walk every day. I gave her the exact same rule. Every time you sit down, stand up without your hands. She came back to my clinic today with stronger legs. The rewind button worked. Finish the task, stand up. Don't turn concentration into immobility. If you're thinking, whoa, I have to change so many things, don't try to lock up all the 7 thieves tomorrow. Pick one. Practice for 7 days. Once it becomes a routine, move to the next. That's how you build an old age where you call the shots. Because there are 2 futures. In one, you reach 90, standing up on your own, traveling, playing with your grandkids, making all of your own decisions. And the other, a couch becomes the boundary of your world. And other people make decisions for you. That difference doesn't start at 80. It's being decided today in your home by the 7 thieves you now know by name. I know you're already thinking of someone who needs to see this video. The parent who's been staying too still lately, the friend who practically lives on the couch. Instead of lecturing them, send them this video and just write one sentence. I want you in my life for many, many years, but I want you healthy so we can enjoy those years together. And tell me in the comments, how many stand-ups did you do in the test? And which thief are you locking up first? If this video opened your eyes, you also love the video on the 8 household objects that could be harming your health. Go check it out. My name is Dr. Andre Wamir. I'm a cardiologist, and this is Dr. Dre Health Tips. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you so much.